What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Rashad back here with another video. I told y'all I'm coming back with my videos and my story times. And before we go ahead and get started with this video, if you are new and you have clicked this video, go ahead and subscribe because you already clicked the video. Hit that post bell notification so you can be notified anytime I upload any videos. And let's go ahead and get started. As y'all can tell by the title below, this is a story time how I got played by a boy named Dimples. His real name is not Dimples. I just named him Dimples because that's what he had. I'm not gonna, there's nobody's real name is going to be exposed. So we're gonna keep it discreet and keep it cute. So I met Dimples years ago through a friend, a very close friend of mine. And that's another story time. But I met him through a close friend of mine, and over the years we became like sex buddies and friends with benefits. Nothing serious, no dating, no relationship. But the story does get confusing, and which is why the title says Dimples Played Me. You're gonna see why. So this was a time, I want to say this was like around summertime. Dimples stayed like deep in Miami, and at the time I was staying in like Broward. If you're from South Florida, you know Broward. I was staying in Hollywood area, the Hollywood area, and he was like deep in like the city of Miami, like Liberty City. So he didn't have a car at the time, and I did. So me and him started reconnecting, and once me and him started reconnecting, I started seeing him a little bit more. Anyway, so we started seeing each other a little bit more, right? So I started going, like, driving over there to him because it wasn't an issue for me. I started driving over there to go see him or whatever the case may be. And there was a time in a moment where, like I said, he didn't have a car and he had got like a new job, which was even further. It was in Key Biscayne. Like I said, I think this was like a summer type job. So I was helping him out. He had a second job, so this was a second job, but more so like his main job. I was helping him out, but I was like, dropping him off and, dropping off to work. So when I say I was hanging out with him more, I mean I was hanging out with him a lot because, like I said, he stayed further from me. So instead of me keep driving back and forth, I used to just stay the night and just stay with him in his place or whatever. So when I would drop him off, I wake up in the morning, drop him off, and I'll come back to the house and just chill throughout the day because there were times where I just had like a lot of off days. Right. So Dimples had this roommate. We're gonna name him Antonio. That's not his name, but we're just gonna name him Antonio. So his roommate Antonio, I thought his Antonio was so cute. At one point, I was kind of flirting with him, but at the same time I kind of really wasn't. I was just being friendly because Dimples was never really around. I didn't really know nobody in the neighborhood and area. I couldn't tell friends to pull up on me or let's go here. So he was just there and he seemed pretty cool and nice. So I just started, just having a conversation with him. It may seem a little bit flirty, but I want people to understand my nature is naturally flirty because I'm a friendly, charming person. I'm a Libra. But just because it comes out as some flirting, like, that doesn't mean I want you or I like you, period. But he was cute, he was attractive. In my mind, I was flirting, but I really wasn't flirting with him. So however Antonio took it is how he took it. So one day, like I said, Dimples is at work, I took him to work. One day, I was like all day in his place, just watching YouTube videos, watching a lot of prank videos, and I was like real bored. So I was like watching videos like throughout the whole day, and it gave me some ideas. I was like, I kind of want to prank Dimples and see. My prank was telling him that I did something with his roommate.
Boom. Yeah.
But I really didn't, and I never intended on doing anything with his roommate. So I made a prank because this is the thing before I get into the prank. We already established our relationship that it wasn't a relationship. We're not dating. We just friends with benefits. So with Dimples, he used to give me like mixed signals. Like there were times where he would tell me to come over, he wants to cuddle, boom, and literally sometimes it would just be cuddle. We wouldn't even have sex. It would just be just cuddle. Okay, cool. There are times where we'll get a little too intimate. There are times where we would have sex a lot. And I guess that's the part of friends with benefits, but the mixed signals used to throw me off when he would consistently tell me to come cuddle, because I thought we were just, you want some ass, you want some whatever. And if I'm sleeping over at your house, cool, but it's the whole cuddling thing and the whole me being me. I'm being nice regardless, dropping him off, being cool, he's being sweet to me. It started being a little bit of mixed signals, and he knew I liked him, obviously, but I wasn't like in love with him. I cared about him, and he cared about me a lot, and he made that be known that he cared about me a lot. So I just personally feel like he kind of like didn't want to admit that he had feelings, but that's neither here or there. And like he would say little certain things like, oh, I'm gonna take you on a date. So that's why I say mixed signals, like I'm kind of confused. But anyway, we knew what it was. So continuing with this prank, I decided to prank him while he was at work, because I've been binge watching pranks on YouTube all day. So I told him I got something to tell him, and he's responding, what is it? And I was like, I'll just tell you when you get here. And you know, when you tell somebody, y'all know when somebody tells you that, you want to know right away. You're not trying to wait till they get off work. You want to know right away. I'm that type of person. Don't sit up here and say shit like that to me, because my anxiety is going to build up. And I barely get anxiety. So when people say stuff like that, I get anxious. Like, I'm anxious to know. I have anxiety. And it's not me thinking the worst. It's not me thinking the best. It's just, I just need to know. So I get that. He wanted to know right away. In a text message, I told him I got something to tell you, but I'm gonna let you know when you get here. When he was already halfway here, I waited for him to come. So when he came and he walked in, all like, okay, I'm here. So I told him, and I was looking at him in his face, and I was like, I was trying my hardest not to bust out laughing, because I just really wanted to get his reaction. I wanted to see, like, if he cares or not. And this is not me trying to say, let me get the reaction to see if he doesn't care so I can actually go do it. You know how people try to do certain things just to try to low-key get kind of like a validation if a person cares if you do something or not. That wasn't that case. So I just really wanted to get his reaction.
Now check that.
So I told him, when like face to face, he's in the kitchen, I'm right here behind the bar stools. I told him, I say, so you know your roommate, right? He was like, yeah. I'm like, so don't get mad, but me and him did something. And when I tell y'all, he flipped his shit. Dimples went off. He was mad. Like, he was mad. Buddy was mad. He was mad. He wasn't like cursing me out or like really, really snapping, but he was mad. He was like, wow, why would you do that? He was like, okay, and da-da-da-da-da. He was like, really? Like, it was just like, he was mad. I didn't think he cared, honestly. Because he always made it known what we were, so I didn't think he cared by making a prank like that. I was just trying to get a reaction out of it. And I guess the reaction, I didn't expect it, but it kind of made me feel good, because it was like, you kind of care. But this is where things start to get a little weird, where I feel like he played me. When I finally told him it was a prank and I was just joking, I was like, I just been watching videos all day, etc., etc., etc. Because there was a time where I would always be at his house and his roommate would be there, and he already kind of like thought that I liked him, like his roommate Antonio, or maybe his roommate probably liked me, or we probably got something going on, whatever. And I blame my close friend that I met through him. And this close friend, we're gonna name him Brandon. It was a time where it was just me, Brandon, his homegirl, and it was Dimples. Dimples, we were just all chilling in the room until it was time for Dimples to go ahead and leave. So he wasn't there that long. He was probably there for like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, because, you know, they were smoking. They were having like a little smoke session. So when it was time for him to leave, Brandon decided to be fake. Because at the end of the day, you're my best friend. And I understand you guys are cool too, and I met him through you, but you're being fake and you're coming up with lies. Talking about something, Rashad like your roommate, and like he's being messy. Rashad like your roommate. Every time your roommate will go out in the kitchen, Rashad will go in the kitchen, which was completely a lie. One, I'm just saying hi to the roommate, because like I said, he seems cool. There were times where I would be there alone, not doing nothing, and his roommate would be there, and I'll just start conversation. We're just having a regular conversation. We're just talking. He made up this lie, talking all this crap, making up lies. And I was so pissed when he told me that. And when Dimples actually told me that Brandon said that, I was like, this bitch here is fake. So my friendship with him, I was like, I'm keeping an eye on this bitch. Like, I was kind of salty and mad because it's like, why are you sitting up here making up lies and saying shit? There's nothing going on between me and this boy's roommate at all. Period. So, I mean, yeah, there was a point in time where the roommate did, like, caught me wearing my underwear because I was in the apartment, just nothing but underwear, but I didn't know the roommate was home. So when the roommate saw me, I went in the room, put on some clothes, and went right back out because I'm like, let me present myself presentably because this boy's roommate is here. Let me not be all ass out and I just, come on, y'all get it. Like, put two and two together. Like, the math is mathing. So, like, he would like basically already have this thing in his mind. Dimples have this thing in his mindset like something is going on between me and the roommate, or I already like I'm crushing on the roommate. Not it. He's a very attractive boy and he is my type, but trust and believe, I'm not doing that because I already had feelings low key for Dimples. So, and I'm doing all these things for him because I like him. So that's just what it is. So I'm telling y'all, when I finally officially told him that it was a prank and blah 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 blah, it took him some time to cool down and so whatever. But that's what it was. So fast forward a couple of days within that time frame, me and Dimples ended up getting into a really bad argument. And he was being real nasty because he was calling me out of my name. I don't know how the argument started, so I cannot give y'all that part. But I do know he said something that antagonized me because Dimples is a Cancer. Y'all know Cancers are very emotional and they're very sensitive. And with him being sensitive and emotional, he will try to say, because he was also a bitch. He would say certain things, and certain things will piss me off and trigger me, and then he'll play back. He'll just sit back, like, like not really saying it, but like it's like you poking a bear, and then you finally got the bear to snap, and you just stand back like, ha ha. It was that moment. I can't tell you the specific details of how this argument started, but he said something, pissed me off, calling me a hoe, and called me out of my name, and I wasn't going for it, so I went off on him because he really thinks that I was doing something with this boy, and I already got something going on with this boy, and I went off on him, and I was so fucking mad. And while he's sitting there laying in bed chilling with this smirk, I really wanted to slap the shit out of him, but I didn't. I grabbed my things, walked to my car, and I drove off, and that was that. Me and him didn't talk for a few days. He did need a ride, so I wasn't gonna be petty like that. So I don't know if it was the next day or so. I think it was the next couple of days because he was off a couple of days. So the next couple of days, I finally come back, doing him a favor. I'm still a little annoyed with him, but I came back and I noticed, because he needed me to drop him off the next day. Like that, not the next day of me and him having an argument, but of a couple of days of us, like, you know, not talking, and me finally going back when he needed to go to work that next day. I ended up pulling up, whatever, and I noticed that him and a roommate are talking in the living room by the bar stools, just being all real close and buddy, because I was finding that kind of weird because him and his roommate were not cool. He let it be known he's not cool with his roommate. He said he really don't even like that bitch like that, and they don't get along. So, and you can tell they didn't get along because the roommate was always in his room, or Dimples was always in his room when they were both, because there were times where it was Dimples, the room, Antonio, and me, and I would always be with Dimples, and they never had they just kept to themselves. I'm like, literally, okay. But, so I go in the room, and I'm just chilling in the room. Baby, when I tell you, they was talking for a long time. They was laughing. They was connecting. I'm like, and I'm just sitting here in this man's room, and mind you, you supposed to be trying to entertain me, like talk to me. I'm in your room. You asked me to come over here to help you drop you off. I'm not pressed that you being cool with your roommate, but it was just like the way you like talked about him and say that you do not fuck with him and you don't care for him. Whatever. Okay. But y'all been talking for a minute since I've been there. They was talking probably before I even got there, because when I got there they were talking. So as I'm there the whole night, they talking. So they finally stopped talking. He finally comes in the room, and I'm like, not gonna lie, I'm a little salty, but I didn't make it much of a big deal, so I just kept to myself. This was everything with me and Dimples was cool, I guess, but it was just a little bit weird because I noticed he stopped showing me. He stopped doing certain things with me. Like, he stopped having sex with me. We were having sex because, like I said, he was my sex partner. We were friends with benefits. He never really had sex with me as much. We never had sex as much. So it started really becoming a thing like, well, I just need you for a ride. But he never said it. When he stopped working at that job, so things started working out for him. I think he ended up getting a new car, or he just ended up, I don't remember the details on how he started getting around. I don't know if he had his own car or if he, his roommate or whatever the situation, but I just know at some point it came to a stop. He wasn't working at the job no more. I stopped coming to see him and drop him off and stuff. So boom. Maybe like weeks is going by. I thought, we'll still talk from here and there, but I follow him on social media. We follow each other on social media. Snapchat, for example. I notice on Snapchat, you can tell when somebody is on a date because you could just tell. You're bowling, you're not, when you're bowling and you with your friends, you gonna show your videos of you and your friends and whatever. I just see a clean video of him just showing his scenery. That's it. I'm like, okay. Please, in my mind, I'm like, please tell me this is not what I think it is. I'm skipping the video. I'm literally watching the video, each post. So as I'm watching the video, I see that this boy's on a date. I'm like, oh, okay, he's on a date, whatever. Why I see him, this one specific video, you see him bait up with the fucking roommate Antonio.
It's like, oh no, wait a minute, bitch.
Let's go.
When I tell you my feelings were so hurt and I was so angry, and I replayed that video over and over and over. I'm like, this nigga played me. He played me. Because now I see why you were mad when I made that prank, when you thought I was doing something with your roommate, or why you felt like things were going on between me and your roommate. And when I told you that prank, you were going off and going crazy. And when we had an argument, the argument was pertaining to the roommate. That's all I can say. I just can't pinpoint the details, but the argument was pertaining towards the roommate. Now I see why you getting upset and why you feel like when I made that prank, or you feel like certain things were going on and you're not having it because you're not interested in me. You're interested in Antonio. You got a thing for Antonio, baby. it made sense. So when I saw that video, I was so hurt and I was so livid. Mind you, yes, like I said, me and him, we already explained what we were, friends with benefits, but the mixed signals is the things that he was the things that he would say and do. And plus, you know when somebody likes you, and obviously he tells me he cares about me. So I know this boy, I'm assuming that I felt like the boy had feelings for me. I know he had feelings for me. I knew he had feelings for me. I just knew he didn't want to take it to a relationship level. Cool. But you played me. It's like you have me because things are not cool with you and your roommate not cool. You need me because your roommate has a car. It makes sense for your roommate to drop you off because y'all live together, he has a car, y'all live in the same area, boom. But you need me, drop you off, you doing certain things with me sexually, but from the moment when you and your roommate started talking, and I guarantee you everything started shifting when the moment I walked in and he was having a conversation with his roommate, just all buddy-buddy in the motherfucking living room.
Bitch.
So Dimples played me. He played me. I was so hurt. It was a point in time where I was at work when I found it out. When I found out, I was like, I literally cried when I was at work. I was like, because I really, really like this boy. I'm not gonna lie, I caught feelings for him and I like this boy. He has some good dick, but that's neither here or there. I was just really in my feelings, like, damn, you really played me. It's like, so, I never ever wish this situation on nobody, especially when you really like somebody and you're vibing with somebody and you care about somebody and something like this just blindsides you, like, okay? And it's different if this was somebody I didn't know, you just dating somebody else, or you just doing your own thing, because like I said, we didn't establish a relationship, but it's the simple fact that this is the roommate, the same roommate that you thought I had something going on, the same roommate that you told me that you didn't fuck with each other, and I'm seeing that you guys don't fuck with each other. So all of a sudden, up until now, you guys are cool, you guys are dating now. Ever since that conversation, I'm like, y'all, you playing with me. You're fucking playing with me.
Bitch, I don't play with you like that. I don't I don't play with you like that. I don't.
So ever since then, I had cut him off, and that was the end of me and Dimples. I decided to move the fuck on, and I was hurt. I was really hurt. I'm not gonna tell you though, there was a situation where I was dating somebody else, not dating somebody, and I was actually living in the area that was close to Dimples, and Dimples was doing me a favor because at the time I really, really needed help. I was struggling and I really needed help, so I needed to wash my laundry. And he took me to the laundromat, and I ended up going over to his place because he, wanted me to do certain things with him sexually. And
let me keep my peace. Let me keep my peace, girl. Fuck it! Let's get nasty!
I did because I missed him, and like I said, he has some good dick, and I'm not gonna deny that. So, period. But, child, after that, never again. And even still to this day, like I said, this happened years ago. Still to this day, I do not talk to that man. Mind you, it's funny because also, I saw this happened like this year sometime. I don't remember, sometime this year. I saw the boyfriend at a club. I don't even know if they were in a relationship, but I saw the boyfriend / roommate, Antonio, at the club. So fine. I'm not gonna lie, Antonio is so fine. So cute, so handsome, chocolate, tall, and yeah, beautiful. But yes, y'all, this is the story time of how Dimples played me with his roommate. And yeah, I'm not fucking with it. But if you guys like this video, this story time, please go ahead and like, comment, and share this video to other people who are into YouTube. Share this with your family, share this with your friends, your mama, your cousin's homeboy, sister, baby daddy, baby mama, whatever. Share it with them. Like I said, if you are new, subscribe, hit that post bell notification so you can be notified every time I do upload videos. I'm going to be consistent, posting videos once a week. I'm probably going to be doing a video tomorrow because it's Memorial Day weekend, and I'm going to be going somewhere tomorrow, so stay tuned for a vlog that may come out. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and peace.